Donna, as I, kind of broke out tonight, had 18 points. Just have you talked to her any? Have you talked to her any extra? Has she done anything special when the ball wasn't really going in for her the past 6 games?
No, I left it alone. I mean, I think sometimes the more you talk about it, the more it becomes a mental thing. I probably just said something today, at the beginning of the game. I just said, I think I said, get out of your own way, and whatever comes, comes. Don't think about a missed shot. Just play your game. I don't think I was the magic. I wasn't the magic. I didn't have the magic words. Sometimes it's law of averages say it's gonna get back on track.
Chris, go ahead.
Dawn, what was how'd you like their response after the Missouri loss and how they came back with the energy today?
I mean, it refocuses you. I thought we had a couple good days of practice, and I think sometimes you just need to get back out there real quick, and it may not be perfect basketball, but it's basketball. It's competing again, and just trying to continue to figure some things out. I mean, our stat sheet looked different than it did in previous games. I mean, we shot the ball a lot better, and that's a good start.
Is it actually Cam, and then we'll go back to Cam.
Hey, Dawn, you mentioned after the Missouri game that sometimes your players listen more after a loss. What do you think, or what were you hoping that they would learn between that game and this game? And do you think that they started to get that message a little bit with what you saw tonight?
I mean, we have to challenge them. We got to make shots. I mean, some games your defense isn't going to be enough. Missouri wasn't enough. I mean, you had to make shots, and we didn't do that at an efficient clip. And if we can do that, it just lessens the load and having to get stops and exhaust ourselves on that side of the basketball.
Mike, I'm sorry.
That was
Mike, and then David. I did not mean to cut off your thought.
Don, Zaya was talking about with turnovers, maybe at times as a whole, not just her, that maybe they're thinking a little bit too much. When you hear one of your players say that, can you kind of elaborate what that kind of entails, you think?
I mean, we've been saying it we're blue in the face now. It is, they know what to do. It's just they can't bite the bullet in the moment. And that's, to me, is a discipline thing. If I don't want a player to make certain types of passes, they shouldn't make those type of passes, because 9 times out of 10, it's not a good thing, and it doesn't help them, and then it compounds the mistake. And but I've been a player who I played off of instincts, but I've also been a player that if a coach didn't want certain things, I didn't do it, and I cold turkeyed it because I want to play. And we're not there with some of our players, but I'm going to let them know every single time. I'm going to hold them accountable every single time that I see them do something that we don't want them doing. And it's not because they can't do it. It's they don't do it at a high enough clip to be able to just say, okay, you're free. And don't do it at a good clip. And we only want our players to look good. That's it. We'll work on the weaknesses behind closed doors, but when you're playing in a game and you're out front, just be as efficient as possible, and that usually leads to longer play. And trust. Like, you got to build trust. Like, players want you to trust them, but really is them instilling trust in the coaches, because we're the ones that make the decision on whether you play or not. So you gotta make me feel comfortable. It's simple. It's simple math. And if you don't, then Dr. James Naismith made a bench part of the game, and that's what happens.
David, and then we'll come over to David.
Donna, a two-parter for you. When you were a player, college or pro, were you ever in a slump like Zaya was these past 6, and how did you get out of it?
I didn't have the gall to shoot as many shots as Zaya shoots. My passion was passing, and I probably, Coach Boyer sits here, and she rebounded the ball a whole lot for me when I was playing in the pros, and she used to, scream at me and just say, "You're not going to shoot it in the game. You're not going to shoot it in the game." So no, but you know, you need players on your team like that. You need players who are unafraid to take shots, who are unafraid to make something happen. I think we've seen, you know, both sides of Zion when she's really hot and when she's not. But I think she's got to continue to stay in the rhythm that she's in. You know, I don't want her gun shy. I don't want her overthinking. I just want her to be confident in the shots that she's taking and be deliberate in the shots that she's taking.
Also, have you ever had a point guard get 14 rebounds outside of yourself, of course?
No. Henny was the recipient of long rebounds, and it led to some fast break opportunities. So that's always a good thing.
Dawn, I saw something in the notes that said this was your 700th game coaching. For somebody who had no passion at this at all and actively didn't want, what does it say about how long you've been doing this and how good you've become at it?
I mean, again, basketball has always found a way to, you know, stay in my life. And I mean, if you've ever coached young people, they will find a way to keep you in the game. Like a lot of us coach because we're dream merchants for younger people. But I mean, I get a lot in return. Like I get a lot. Like I get the strength, the stamina to want to continue to pour into them, and you know, I didn't know that 700 games later, I'm still sitting here and still really enjoy what I do.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.